Hello you all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Jay, and in this week's video we are going to get a handle on this storage room. I need to throw out a bunch of things, sort all my donations, organize my Christmas decor, and then we're going to move on to doing some other cleaning projects throughout the rest of my house. But first things first, everything in the house was just overrun, including my laundry. I could barely walk in this room and I could barely access my laundry room. So we're going to start with that. We're going to catch up, and I hope you enjoy this video. As I mentioned already, my name is Jay. Welcome to my home. I live here in Maryland, and as you can see, sometimes I get quite overwhelmed with my house. So I like to make these YouTube videos to motivate you all to get something done in your space, but most importantly, to motivate myself and to help keep somebody else company. That's always my intention. And I did say in my last video that I was going to be more consistent, and then I flopped the first month of January, but you can expect a video from me every 2 weeks. So that's the timeline I'm gonna give myself. Every other Sunday is when I hope to get out a video for you. So just to take some of the pressure off, I try to upload every 10 days, but editing just really psychs me out. So I don't know, I'm okay filming the videos. There's always something to clean, as you can see. Sometimes more things than other times, but the editing just really psychs me out. So sometimes it takes me longer to get the videos done. And that is why I'm just so grateful that you all are here with me again. And so we're in my storage room. I am just taking out all of the recycling. It had been snowing really bad here in Maryland, and it was just piled up outside. So I hadn't taken out my recycling in quite a while. And so I wasn't sure where to start. This room was just so out of hand, so I decided to take out the things that didn't belong in the house. So recycling and trash. If you are new here and you haven't seen this space before, this is what was a garage. My house is quite old, and a lot of the homes in my neighborhood, the garages were converted to add more living space because my house is from the late 1960s. So over the years, instead of putting really expensive additions on the houses, at least where I live, an older, kind of definitely middle class, working class neighborhood, people just converted their garages. So that's what they did here. So I use this room as storage. So it is definitely not anywhere close to perfect or even all the way put together because it is like technically a garage, so I view it kind of as an extension of like the outside of my house. But it is very handy because I have several attics that I am afraid of, so I end up storing all of my seasonal holiday decorations down here. And what I'm doing is I am getting rid of quite a bit of holiday decorations every year. I would say for the past 3 years, maybe. Just less is more when it comes to holidays. I don't like having these big totes. It's funny because I converted all of my smaller totes into these extra large black totes, and they're just so heavy. They're so hard to maneuver. So I would like to pare down my holiday decorations again to get them back into smaller totes, which is crazy. I know, just a mess. But every year I get rid of more and more. So here I'm just using some clean but older linens to pack away some seasonal things for donation. And there is a church that I can donate to locally. A friend recommended it, and they have a list of items that they're always looking for on their site. And some of the things are like small homewares and home decorations, linens, clothes, handbags, shoes, stuff like that. So that's what I am pulling from all these things I don't need to donate. I hope you all have been doing well. We are in the longest month of the year, January. Just so many bad things happening. I feel like, and I know things have been not great. At least I'm American. I live in the United States. So the news has been pretty bad for a long time. A lot of misinformation, true information that unfortunately is not good. But lately it's been really bad. I can't even kind of mindlessly scroll because it's just negative, 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 negative. And then when you are looking at the positive things, I just get stressed out because I'm like, why am I worried about this? But there's really not much I can do about the negative. You know, I did my part at the polls and we still ended up here. So things have been very stressful and I have been shopping so much. It's bad. Well, it feels good, but I know it's not maybe the most healthy or productive thing, but I have been shopping my tail off. Sometimes I wish that I was like a shopping channel because baby, I let me loose in a TJ Maxx and I am in heaven. So I know that's not what my content is centered around, so I obviously don't share that, but I've purchased so many beautiful handbags, wallets, cosmetic cases, little knickknacks for the house, just so many beautiful things, sweaters on clearance. Just right now, all the decor is like the coquette style, the girly pink bows and hearts, and then Valentine's Day, and I just love it. Give me all the bow cups. Give me all of the pink notebooks. Give me all of the cherry print. I'm just in love with it. Coach, Outlet, and regular Coach, they just released their cherry collection for the year, and I went a little nuts. I bought a lot of things. Everything that I wanted from the collection I bought. So I have some new handbags to cycle through, and that's how I've been coping. What have you all been doing? I have been shopping and just loving it. It's been about 3 weeks now since I've been shopping. Like, I don't pay my own bills, which I do, and I've finally shopped myself out. So I've come back down to earth. And don't worry, I still pay all my bills. I paid off about 80% of one of the last debts that I have. So that's kind of why I felt a little bit freer to go shopping. And I am a pretty high income earner. Now I wish that my car was paid off too. That's my next thing to worry about, but there's always something to worry about. So I was like, you've worked hard to get here in your career. You have this money. You want these things. You can afford them. I don't have any kids. I ain't got no man. Treat yourself. So I treated myself until I'm all treated out. Here I got a little hyper fixated on exactly what was in the bins, which in retrospect didn't really work out well, but I was trying to put all of the Christmas tree stuff in one bin and then all of the little knick-knacky, pink, anything else in the other bin, but of course, I ran out of space and then I just ended up mixing everything together. But now I'm done kind of taking out all of my donations and I'm just putting whatever's left back in these bins. So the two black bins I'm working on are Christmas, and then to the right of that, Halloween slash fall, Halloween. So I have a lot of stuff for Halloween, and that's after getting rid of a bunch of stuff. I just love Halloween. I love spooky season. I love it. I just bought a tote on Poshmark that's Halloween. So, but this upcoming year, I do plan already to continue with the downsizing of the decor because I just don't want to have this many things. I like a lot of things. I like makeup. I like candles and wax melts. I like skincare. I like handbags. I like wallets. I just can't collect everything. Do you know what I mean? I can't have a lot of all of these things. So if I have less decor, that's fine because I have a lot of other stuff. What's another update? My cat, you guys. I don't know why I'm stalling, but my cat Strider, she went back to her mother, and she has fit right into the house. She showed me a video of her today. She was asking for pets, and her tail was up and curled, and she was happy and glad to be back amongst her siblings and back with her mom. So Strider did not work out, but now I have Pickles. Pickles is currently, I'm sitting in like my office beauty room at the desk doing this voiceover, and I'm watching Pickles. She's in the hallway curled up in front of my bedroom door, dozing off, and she's totally different than Strider. She of course is a little bit, yeah, she's yelling quite a bit, crying a little bit, but she's calmed down. Now she's sleeping, and she came up to me for pets. So we'll see, but I don't know. I'm conflicted. I feel like she is the cat that I've been wanting, but I don't feel this connection that everybody feels with a pet. And she's literally been in my house for maybe 4 hours, but I don't know if I just don't know if pet ownership is for me. But maybe if I had Pickles first, I think it'd be different. But after dealing with Strider, I just have all this anxiety based on how things can kind of go wrong again. And it wasn't Strider's fault, and it wasn't my fault. Failed adoptions happen. She just needs to be adopted out with another cat because she's just too scared to be on her own. And if I'm talking gibberish, I'm sorry. Strider was my first cat that I adopted, and she was just too scared. And she never stopped really running from me or hiding most of the day. And so she went back with her foster mom, and she's going to be adopted out in a pair so that another cat can kind of help her have confidence, right? Just like kids. One is more confident and they kind of bring the other one out of their shell. So now I have another foster kitty, Pickles. And I'm going to give Pickles a couple days, and then they're going to check in and see how things are going. But they're already going much better. But after dealing with Strider, I feel like I'm just so anxious about it. But so far, Pickles, I mean, she's sitting right across from me, and she's just chilling, sleeping. I'm talking, so I feel like I keep waking her up. But yeah, she let me pet her. She's purring up a ton. So that's the update on that. But I got back to the video. I'm so sorry. I'm just jabbering. You guys know I love to chat. I got all the decorations put back up against the wall, and now I'm just sweeping, and I got all of the recycling and all the trash taken out. The next step is going to be to mount my bike, and yeah, then this room will look a lot better, but you can walk in it. So I feel like that was a huge, huge improvement. Moving downstairs, I wanted to deep clean this room because I knew that Strider had already gone back at this point, and this is where you can see all of her little slobber marks on the windows. So, and I knew that I would be trying a different cat over the weekend, so I wanted to get in here and get all of this cleaned out for the new kitty who is now here. Another thing I've been buying a lot more of recently are pajama sets. So at Walmart, they have this line of pajamas, and they are so good. I've had a few of their sets now for over a year, and they held up well. Let me get the brand. But they have such cute sets, and they have their ones out now for Valentine's Day. So I got a set that has, what are they called? Swans on it, like swans and hearts. It's Joy Spun. So the Joy Spun brand at Walmart, if you're looking for affordable, cute, good quality pajama sets, definitely go there. And they're about 17 to 18 bucks, and I have a lot now. Probably too many, but not only do I wear them to bed, but I like to wear the long sleeve sets like this in the house on the weekends as my house clothes, because I don't want to wear like my work t-shirts on a Saturday. I'm gonna wear like my house t-shirt on a Saturday. I will say one thing about having Strider that it did for me that was extremely positive, and I didn't have a bad experience with her, but one of the really positives was it kept me on a schedule. It kept me on a schedule. I wanted to come home, eat dinner by a certain time so that I could feed her dinner. And then every night I had the kitchen cleaned up and tidy, no food on the floor, not a lot of dishes in the sink, because I didn't want her up on the counters like eating stuff. So it definitely helped me keep my counters and my sink and to some extent my floors. I'm not very good at mopping, but it helped me keep my kitchen crumb free. And I do miss that, because in the week that she's been gone, the dishes have already piled up. So I need to get my act together again. And to wipe all these surfaces down, I'm using this hypochlorous acid. I got this from the Dollar Tree. It's the LA's Totally Awesome brand. And it was at the Dollar Tree, so it was only $1.25, and it's a big bottle. And I looked it up, and allegedly it is a cleaner that is distantly related to bleach, but it's chlorine based, and it's supposed to be all natural and disinfect. So allegedly. So I was reading, and different products claim different things, but I bought it because it seemed to be a slightly safer cleaner, especially to use around pets, and it doesn't have any scent, and I'm always like overly concerned about like what's the cat gonna smell. Even though I regularly choke myself out with wax melts and candles, I'm grown, I'm an adult. The cat really doesn't have a choice in the matter. So, and it seemed to work well for cleaning those surfaces. They weren't particularly dirty, but they definitely needed to be disinfected, and it seems good to me. And now here in the bathroom, because I was switching cats, I wanted to get all the litter out of this box, and then I took it out into my storage room and I cleaned it really well. Now this litter box I purchased because it's what the foster was using, and of course she is way more experienced than me and she's used a ton, and this was her favorite, and I purchased it. It had a pretty good coupon code on Amazon, and it is okay. I can't compare it to a litter robot because I've never had that, but that seems to be, the top of the line litter box, but that's also $700 to $900 and I'm just not about it. There are people that use a $15 litter box for their cat, but I'm not about scooping no poop either. So it's been pretty good, the Meow Want, but maybe because Strider, sometimes her anxiety would manifest in like bad litter box behaviors. There was some like pee and stuff stuck under the bottom of the litter box, so that was gross to clean up, but I just got my gloves, cleaned that up, and I wanted to let that spot that I had wiped up with the disinfectant wipes dry before I went in and vacuumed and finished cleaning the floor. The rest of the bathroom luckily was pretty clean, but I do go in and do a wipe down, as you'll see, but I wanted to move on to something else, so I'm just using the Chom Chom roller to get any hair off the couch. I think that this thing is more trouble than it's worth. You'll see I switched to my Dyson handhold attachment because I just felt like this was hurting my hand and I was not a big fan of it, the Chom Chom roller. And I hear a lot of good things, but I was not too impressed with it. I have gotten questions about this cat tree, especially from people who've seen it in person, and I purchased it on Chewy. At the time, it was 20 or 25% off, but yes, that's where I got it, from Chewy.com. Right before I finally started doing this voiceover, I did bite the bullet and start paying for music again. That was another point of stress, just finding free music for YouTube videos. So I was like, I can sacrifice eating out twice a month and just pay for this music. And maybe one day this channel will get monetized and I'll make $20 a month to pay for the music, but for now anyway, I decided to just go ahead and bite the bullet and hopefully make the videos even more enjoyable. So what do you guys think about this, the TikTok ban? That's the whole thing. I personally would never install the TikTok app on my phone, and I felt that way when it came out. It's not safe. I'm not here to convince anybody. If you feel differently, that is your prerogative. I can tell you I would never put it on my phone. I don't even have the Facebook app on my phone. Now I do have Messenger because I was doing some Facebook Marketplace selling, but TikTok is way far out there. I would never put it on my phone. None of my colleagues would ever download it either. It's just, again, I'm not here to convince anybody, but I've never downloaded it. But I do watch TikToks online, and I came across this shopping TikTok, which has been so bad for me. It really has influenced me, and I like to think that I'm not as easily influenced as some other people I talk to. Just, you have to be skeptical because everybody's trying to sell you something nowadays. It's very sad. They're either trying to sell you something or they're trying to entice brands to give them something for free. And I ain't getting nothing for free, so I like to think I'm not that easily influenced, but let me tell you, watching these people show their TJ Maxx hauls, Marshall's hauls, it makes me want to go out and find the stuff, and then when I find it, I'm like on a high. And it's funny, there was this one TikTok and she said that shopping at those stores for women, it like taps into our basic like carnal instincts of being hunter-gatherers. So because we don't have to go out and find food for ourselves and like shelter or survive in like that, our form of satisfying those urges is going out to these stores and like hunting the goods down and then gathering them. And I thought that was very funny. That's a good way to put it. That was very funny. So I didn't feel any kind of way about the TikTok ban. Well, no, I did. I thought it was a good thing, but I did feel sorry for people who have made their living on TikTok. I think that's very sad actually, and those who especially did not diversify their platforms, and now you saw them like coming back to YouTube. Like, don't come back, especially when you make a video like, "Ugh, I'm slumming it back on the YouTube streets." Like, don't come slanging over here. You know what I'm saying? You were too good for us before, but now you're coming back. And then when TikTok was a day later, it was back, they went right back to TikTok. So a part of me wishes that I could just let go of all of the bad information that I know of the app and download it and just make whatever videos will get me popular. But I'm not that kind of person. I can't do it. So, how did you feel about the ban? Are you on TikTok? Have you downloaded it? Do you watch it? Do you feel that you are actually influenced by the things that you see on there? I would love to know. I used some Odoban to spray onto the couch because I'm not taking those couch cushions off. So I just sprayed some Odoban in there. I think that's how you say it. It's like odor ban, but Odoban, that's how it's spelled. Anyway, I just recently picked up a gallon of that, so I diluted some in a spray bottle. And then in the front room, this is the last place that I wanted to get tidy, and I'm so behind on laundry. I just cannot keep up. I don't know what it is. I need to get back to my cleaning schedule is my problem because I'm just so backed up on laundry. And I decluttered my candle collection, which always feels so good to do, especially in the beginning of New Year. And I posted a bunch of candles on my Poshmark, so hopefully I get some of those sold. I've been selling on Poshmark for a couple of years now and buying as well. And I usually have somewhat decent luck on there. So I've been posting things more recently to hopefully fund all of the other things that I want to buy. Here, I bought this new mirror to put up, and it is so off center. It looks insane. I centered it between the wall and the windowsill, but because of the cabinet and the curtains, you don't see most of the wall or part of the wall and the windowsill. So the mirror looks so off center. Oh boy. I did leave it up for a couple days, and just recently, literally a couple hours ago, I got a full length mirror in from Amazon. So I'm gonna eventually hang that up on the wall in the place of this mirror. But I do need another mirror downstairs just to check myself before I walk out of the door. I'm using the Tinco on the floors. This is an older model Tinco. I think at this point it's been renamed to like the iFloor Breeze or something like that. But in the time I've had mine, I have not had any issues. I want to buy something more expensive like the Roborock and just see if it really is like better and does a better job as a vac mop, but I just can't afford it. I'd rather spend my money on something else. And like I said, this Tinco has done me well. It doesn't stink unless I fail to clean it out in a timely manner. I know some people have complained about smells from theirs, but mine has been just fine. And I'm going to go ahead and take this into the kitchen and just do that floor as well. course, after all the floors are done, I'm just gonna reset things the way they were. And I did end up cleaning the carpets, but I wanted to wait till it was closer to when my kitty was coming, so I did that a couple days later. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed all the chatting, and let me know your thoughts on TikTok and all of that, and just any other updates that you have. I love hearing from you. I love your comments. It's the best part of making YouTube videos, and I promise I will see you very soon. And if you want to see my new cat, I posted her on Instagram. I'm always on Instagram. Even if it looks like I'm not posting, I'm always scrolling.